Hey, math friends. I'm going to try something new today. I have found a video of an activity that we usually do in class, and it's about how to make fraction strips. You know how we made the brownie kits with all the different colors of construction paper right before we left? It's similar to that, just to get our hands on creating fractions and how to partition and how to make things in equal parts and how we can look and see how a whole can be partitioned into different kinds of equal parts. So I'm going to try to walk you through this video. And the man in this video is using lots of construction paper. If you have different colors of construction paper at home, awesome. Go get those for this activity. You can pause this anytime you want. You don't have to do this at the pace of this video. You can watch it and pause it wherever you need to get the materials and get things ready and to be able to work at your own pace. Now, I didn't have any construction paper at my house, so I had to think, what could I do instead? So I looked around and I found some different pieces of paper, and I found in my junk from the mailbox that I had ordered something from Shutterfly the other day. And so I had that, and I also had some brown paper inside of it. You're really only going to need 5 or 6, I can't remember, thin strips. So even if you have just one color of paper, it doesn't matter. It looks really cute if you have 5 or 6 colors, but fractions, they're not special colors. They're just parts of a whole. So if you have one piece of paper and you could start off by just making 5 or 6 strips, I'm just taking my little cardboard here, boop, and I'm going to use a straight edge, which is just another piece of paper. I'm going to make a line on it, like this, and cut just kind of about this. Sorry, guys. I'm learning here too, guys. All right, so I'm going to take a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to have, a strip of paper. And you can do it better than I did. Look how wobbly mine is because I'm trying to just do this into the camera. You can do that much straighter. And then you could just take that one and make more of the same. They can all be the same color, but you'll need like 5 of these. All right. Once you have that, we're going to watch what he's going to do. So you do need some paper, a pair of scissors, and a pen. All right, let's watch our friend here. He's going to teach us some cool stuff about making fractions. I'm going to pause this right there to remind you that when you're doing this, you can pause these wherever you want. Now you see what I mean about he has different colors. If you happen to have different colors at your house, go for it. If you don't, just find one color and do that. Even white is okay. Even notebook paper is okay. Fractions are not special colors. Fractions are just parts of a whole. You can do this. See how he's partitioning evenly? And he's labeling each of the halves. So he's asking right there, why is the denominator 2? Boys and girls, remember before we left and in some of the work that you've done earlier this week, we need to read that as one of the two equal parts that make up a whole, and it matters. I saw some people in their work yesterday that were flipping the fraction and writing maybe the 2 on top and the 1 on the bottom. That would mean two whole things, 2 of the 1 part. Or some people, instead of writing 2 of the 3 equal parts, were writing 3 of the 2 equal parts, and that would be a whole different thing. So it does matter. It needs to say one of the 2 equal parts that make up a whole. We cannot flip a fraction. He makes a half. And how do we make a half into fourths? We double it. We can double a half to make it into fourths. One of the 4 equal parts that make up a whole. If we double our fourths, we're going to get eighths. Now he's going to do 16ths here. Boys and girls, in 3rd grade, we actually won't work with 16ths, but we can still think of it as that when the denominator gets to be a bigger number, the parts are getting tinier, because that means I have to share that candy bar with 16 people. I'm hardly getting anything. I'd much rather share my candy bar with only one person, and actually right now with no people. All right, so we're gonna hold here a second. Okay, he's gonna show that now this was what we struggled with. Let me pause this a minute. This is what we struggled with a little bit when we were making the big sets of brownies, is we're gonna do thirds now. So he's showing you how to do that. I called it a S fold and a circle fold were the 2 that we practiced in class to get those 3 equal parts. Watch what he does. And then when you're doing this one, remember, you're gonna have to be really careful, because it is the trickiest one to make 3 equal parts. Oh, a book fold, that's how he did it. All right, I'm going to challenge you to do 2 things now. After he did thirds, he never did sixths. So that's your challenge one to do on your own. See if you can now make the thirds into sixths. And then you should have all of the fraction strips that we would be working with. You could glue those onto a piece of paper so that you can see them. and work with them. And I'm going to show you later on in this week how we can think about those fraction strips to start working with fractions on a number line. But this helps us with a visual. And I'm going to, I have my own, I think I brought it home. Oh, no, I didn't. I took a picture of it. And I'm going to refer to that one when we're talking about fractions on a number line, because first making those fraction strips will really help us understand fractions on a number line. So I hope you enjoyed doing this activity, and I would love for you to take a photograph of your work, either if you glue it on paper, like a little poster, or you could lay them flat on your desk or your kitchen table. To show that you were able to make these fractions. Another challenge that you could do today is you can also combine those and see how you can make a whole with, if you combine a half plus a fourth plus a fourth equals a whole, like we were starting to practice in class 2 weeks ago with the bigger pieces, and see what combinations that you can come up with, or to lay fractions on top of each other to see that 2/8 is going to be the same size as 1/4. Remember when you're doing these to try to be precise. Huge thing in fractions. The math practice we have to focus on the most with fractions is being precise. Precision is the key on this one. So try to make them nice and precise as you're partitioning. All right. Hope you enjoy your fraction lesson today and have fun.